Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Need your daily or hourly fix of fresh-flavored coffee? Check out Buff Boy Brewing Company for unique blends from around the world. International tastes with the finest roasts at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Here's what's making news this December 17th. Since Sunday night, we've been talking about the murders of Rob and Michele Reiner, and as you know, their son Nick was arrested and held on suicide watch in Los Angeles. Now he's been formally charged. At a press conference on Tuesday afternoon, the LA County District Attorney's Office said Nick is charged with 2 counts of murder with a special circumstance allegation of multiple murders. Plus, he's facing a special allegation that he used a dangerous and deadly weapon. That would be a knife, since we heard the parents were butchered and had their throats slit, according to initial reports from the scene. It was also noted during the presser that the death penalty is an option if Nick is convicted of the murders. Almost immediately after the story broke, we started hearing stories about Nick's troubled life and constant substance abuse issues. We also talked about his behavior at Conan O'Brien's holiday party the night before the murders, where he was, quote, freaking everyone out, according to attendees. We've now heard there was an awkward moment with Bill Hader. A partygoer said that Hader was having a private conversation with someone and Nick was getting in the way, essentially being told to get lost. After that, it said Nick stood back and stared before storming off. I should note that we have not heard from O'Brien about his now infamous party, nor has Hader said anything, though he was spotted out in Los Angeles Tuesday afternoon looking disheveled on his phone, wearing a hoodie, sweats, and sandals. He did not speak to reporters. Somebody who was at the party was Fonda, and she's now shared her thoughts. Quote, I saw them the night before last, looking healthy and happy. I am reeling with grief, stunned. Rob and Michele Reiner were wonderful, caring, smart, funny, generous people, always coming up with ideas for how to make the world better. On Sunday night, we heard from lots of big names in Hollywood, but it's taken a couple of days before the real showbiz legends have spoken out, and I mean Rob Reiner's closest friends, Billy Crystal, Larry David, Martin Short, and Albert Brooks, even Seinfeld. We'll get to him in a second, though the others said in a statement on Tuesday night, Rob was a passionate, brave citizen who not only cared for this country he loved, he did everything he could to make it better with his loving wife, Michele. He had the perfect partner, strong and determined. Michele and Rob Reiner devoted a great deal of their lives to the betterment of our fellow citizens. They were a special force, together, dynamic, unselfish, and inspiring. We were their friends, and we will miss them forever. Jerry Seinfeld added, next to Larry David and George Shapiro, Rob Reiner has been the biggest influence on my career. Our show would never have happened without him. He saw something no one else could. When nobody at the network liked the early episodes, he saved us from cancellation. That I was working with Carl Reiner's son, who happened to be one of the kindest people in show business, seemed unreal. I was naive at the time to how much his passion for us meant. Dick Van Dyke, who just turned 100 last week, is also deeply saddened by the deaths. Now, his wife, Arlene, posted on social media saying that Rob and Michele called on Dick's birthday last week. Quote, Dick has known Rob since he was a teenager. Rob and Michele were always together. I always felt part of the Reiner family. They always treated me like part of their family, and this is just unbelievable. We feel terrible for his family. His wonderful family. Now, interestingly, this is what's shocking to me. Arlene noted that she'd never met Nick Reiner, but had met the other kids. So she felt like she was part of the Reiner family, though had not met one of their actual kids. So that's interesting. She's known them for a few decades, but never met one of their kids. That makes you think. That's a check of your celebrity headlines for this Wednesday, December 17th. And back to more right here on the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be played